Hello and welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we are switching up my makeup collection and doing my Shop My Stash for the month of August. So basically I pull all of the products out that I was using for the month of July and switch them out for new products in my collection. Not brand new products, but products that have been sitting in my kind of backstock of collection. Is this making any sense at all? Probably not. Some of the things I am rolling over from last month into this month. Some of the things I've been using a lot throughout the month of July and want to put back into my collection to pull new products in to use. Also, one thing I wanted to mention before we get into it is that I did recently place a ColourPop order and I am going to be using all of those products this month, so I'll mention that when I'm going through each of my drawers in my Alex drawer system, but I'm not going to show any of those products. So I did buy a palette, some lip products, some foundation and powder products, and a couple other things. So I'm not going to show those on camera because I do want to do a haul with those products. Look out for that. I do have that coming, and then I think I want to do a haul and try on, like a first impressions with a lot of these products. So that is coming, but I didn't want to spoil any of those products that I got, and I figured I would commit those to one separate video, so you won't see them, but I will mention them as I'm going through my collection. I think that's everything I've got to say right now. Let's go ahead and start pulling some new products in. All right, so the first drawer up here, I'm actually not going to be pulling anything from this drawer. I'm currently using up a mascara. I didn't use any of my single eyeshadows last month, so I'm going to go ahead and just roll those over into this month. I don't need any eyebrow products or eyeliners. I think I'm good on all of those. Pretty boring drawer, but we're not going to pull anything from here. This next drawer has my concealers, primers, foundations, and setting sprays. I did recently get a foundation from ColourPop that I'm going to try out this month, but I also think I'm going to pull in this Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I want to get it used up. I think I have just under half of it left. It's currently my color, but not cruelty free, so I'm going to go ahead and try and get some good use out of this to use it up. And so that'll be, I think, 4 foundations because I left 2. Well, I guess technically 5 because I left 3 in my beauty box right now. 2 of them are in Project Pans. One of them is a powder foundation, and then I have the ColourPop one, and now this Estee Lauder one. So that's going to do it for foundations. I do have a concealer, or 2 concealers right now, so I'm not going to pull any of those. I also currently have one primer in there, but it's a radiant primer that I use under heavy foundations. So I think what I might do, I think I'm going to pull this Smashbox primer in. I got this from a friend of mine. Thank you, Mariah. I don't think that this is the same one that I had before, but I want to try this out. I'm pretty sure I've never tried it before, but I'm gonna pull this out and give it a go for when I'm wearing kind of any foundation. The other one's only for when I'm wearing thicker, heavier, full coverage foundations, but this one I think I'll be able to use with anything. And let's see, I think that's it for primers now, because now I have 2. I still have a setting spray, and we're done with this drawer. Moving into this next drawer, this has my bronzers, highlighters, blushes, and face palettes. I do not think I'm going to pull a highlighter in because I'm trying to get use out of, well, 1 highlighter and 1 eyeshadow that I use as a highlighter that are in my Project Pan. So I don't think I want to bring any highlighters in. I don't need any bronzers because I've got one I'm using consistently that's in a Project Pan. I do want to pull in a blush because right now I have 2 peachy toned blushes that I'm using, but I want to use one, or I want to have one to use when I have more of a pinkier or a mauve-y eye look going on. So let's see. I think I'm going to pull this MAC blush in. This is a MAC blush in the shade Desert Rose. I've got a fair amount of use out of it. This is what the shade looks like. It's a very kind of dusty pink color. I think it'll fulfill my needs for this tone of blush. I also want to pull this Hourglass blush in. This is in the shade Mood Exposure. This is what the inside looks like. Such a pretty color. I don't know if I've even used this yet. I got it during the spring VIB sale. I think I've just been holding off using it because I'm so excited to use it, which makes absolutely no sense. But yes, okay, I'm gonna pull this one in too. Probably too many blushes in kind of this tone, but oh well. I'm getting kind of sick of using those 2 that are in my Project Pans. Okay, do I want to bring any face palettes in? No, I don't think so. Probably next month I'll bring one of them in, maybe the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette, but for now I think we're done with this drawer. Yes. Oh, because also along with that ColourPop foundation, I do have their pressed powder and their mineral powder, so I'll also be bringing those ones in to use too. Next, right here, we have my palettes. Now I do have my 2 palettes that are in my Project Pan right now. The Naked 2 and the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I also ordered a palette from ColourPop, so I will be using that this month. And I just remembered I ordered the ABH Norvina palette, which I will also be using this month. So what palette? I feel like I don't need that many palettes then if I have those two that I'm using, but maybe I'll pull in at least one. So I have that pinky toned palette and then the one from ColourPop. I am actually going to go ahead and pull in my Modern Renaissance palette. It's been quite a while since I've used this, and for the last couple months I've been very interested in pulling it out to use it again. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to take it and put it into my monthly makeup basket for the month of August to use, and I'm actually pretty excited about that. Okay, and so because that's going to give me 5 palettes for this month, which I feel like is that's a lot. I want to make sure I get good use out of my Project Pan palettes as well as those 2 new palettes so I can develop an opinion on them. So as much as it kills me to not pull anything else, I think that's probably for the best. So let's go ahead and move on to lip products. All right, so this is the first drawer that we're going to be pulling from for my August monthly makeup basket. I did order 3 lip products from ColourPop with my most recent order, so I will be using those, but I of course need at least a few more to use for this month. So I think the first product that I'm going to bring in for my August basket is this one by Ofra. This is the long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Hypno. I think this might have been one of Manny and Ofra's collab lipstick. It is in their not newest packaging, but the packaging before the newest packaging. So not the really old ones like this one right here. This is the old-ish packaging, and then this is the newer, well, not again newest because they redid all of their packaging recently. So I'm going to bring this one in. I think I'm also going to bring in this Stila liquid lipstick. It is not focusing at all, no matter what I'm trying. There it goes. This one is in the shade Patina. I think it's one of their most popular shades. Oh, no, this one is in Firenze. I apologize. Not Patina, Firenze. So I'm gonna bring this one in. It's a little nuder than Patina is. This one is Patina, this one is Firenze. So I'm gonna bring Firenze in. I think that's gonna be it from this drawer. Let's move on to the next. All right, so this one has a lot of my stick lipsticks, so all of my lippy sticks and Bite and some NARS lipsticks, and then it just kind of has some miscellaneous ones up here. What is this Rimmel one? Ooh, that's a really pretty color. I think this is going to be the first one I choose from this drawer. This is a Rimmel lipstick in the shade Tower of Mauve. So I'm going to bring this one in. Eggplant. Ooh, I don't know. Thinking about that Norvina palette and if I'd be able to use this lipstick with the Norvina palette. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in and see. This again is a Bite lipstick in the shade Eggplant. It's just, I think, one of their Amuse Bouche lipsticks. I feel like I should bring a ColourPop. I am actually going to pull in the ColourPop lippy stick in the shade Grunge. It's this really cool, like, I don't know, like a brown, like a purple brown grungy color, really. It's a true grungy color. I love this shade, so I'm going to bring this one in also, and I think that's it. This next drawer has a lot of lip glosses for the most part, and then lip liners over here. I did recently get this product right here. It's a Tarte H2O gloss from a friend, and it's this really cool, like, metallic, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that very well, but it's a really cool metallic color, and I haven't gotten to use it yet, but I want to pull it in and see if I can use it at all. It's a really neat color that has like a flashes of like pinky purple in it. So I'm gonna bring this in, see what I think about it. And I think that's gonna be it for lip glosses because I do have a lip gloss in my Project Pan and I don't really want to pull any lip liners in. I'll use those if I feel like I have to. Finally, this last section has some more just miscellaneous products in it. I do have these 2 Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks that I got from a friend, and I'm so thankful because these are some of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. I have one in the shade Trophy Wife and one in the shade Muse. I'm actually going to pull both of these in to use for this month, and I think that is going to do it. So now that I have pulled all of the products that I'm going to use for the month of August, I will put them into my beauty box and then show you the finished product. Alright, so this is the top of my beauty box right here. As you can see, I do have some foundations over here. One reason for that is that they don't fit in the compartment that I currently hold all of my foundations, concealers, and primers. Also, this Clinique one back here is in my Project Pan, and I'm running really close to the end of it and want to keep it sitting kind of, you know, face down so that the product pulls to the bottom and is easier to get out. Over here, I do have 2 setting sprays that I use. And then moving on to the first drawer up here, this is where I've put all of the lip products that we just brought in. I also have a lip product right here that's in my summer project pan, as well as some lip care items. So a liquid lipstick remover, a couple primers, and oil back here. These 2 ColourPop products are in my summer project pan also. And then this is a Kat Von D powder foundation that I've been using and really enjoying this summer. It just fits really good up here, so I keep it up here. Next, moving down into this section, actually, I bet that this foundation would fit. Oh, no, it doesn't quite fit right there. What if, well, that kind of works like that. Okay, so as you can see over on the left-hand side, we brought this primer in and this foundation in. This concealer and this concealer are rollovers. I kind of just roll them over every month because I don't really have very many backstock concealers. This Urban Decay foundation is in my project pan. Moving over here, this Sigma blush is in my project pan, this Becca highlighter is in my project pan, and this NARS blush is in my project pan, but these 2 things we pulled in. This is in my project pan, and then this is just the powder that I'm using right now. As I mentioned earlier, I do have 2 powders from ColourPop that I am going to be trying this month, so you don't see those here, but at some point I will probably be adding them into this box. Maybe I'll end up switching this out for that ColourPop powder, we'll see. This next drawer didn't change at all. These are the single eyeshadows that I pulled in like 2 months ago and still haven't used. And then over here are some products that I use every day. So a mascara, eyebrow gel, eyeshadow primer, and another eyebrow product, and also a waterproof mascara down here. And this last drawer is not very exciting right now. I do have 2 eyeshadow palettes that I will be adding in here, as I mentioned earlier, so it looks a little bare right now. I haven't received the second eyeshadow palette yet, and the ColourPop one is still sitting with the rest of the ColourPop items, but both of those will go in here. I did use this today, and it made me realize how much I love this palette. It's been so long since I've used it, and I just love it. Very excited to have this to use for this month. And there you have it. Those are all of the products that I want to use through the month of August. I'm very excited about this group of products. I'm also just feeling really good right now. If you caught my Get Ready With Me most recently, I think it went up this last Wednesday. Well, the Wednesday before this video went up. So my most recent video, other than this one, I had just been in quite a slump lately, not feeling that great, but I think I kind of snapped out of it right after that video went live. Thank you so much to everybody who commented. I had a couple friends reach out, which I'm so appreciative of, and they just wanted to make sure I was okay. Definitely okay. I think that, I don't know, it was just like a thing that was happening, and I hope that it's over because I'm feeling very good, very excited, and thank you so much for your support and everything. I thank you. I just don't have all of the words, but in this case, it's a good thing. I hope you enjoyed this Shop My Stash. I know it wasn't as exciting as previous months because I didn't kind of refresh my entire collection. I do plan on doing a palette roulette with the ColourPop palette, so I'm very excited about that. Maybe with the Norvina palette, but I don't think that one would be as exciting, but I am excited to do the one on the ColourPop palette, so look forward to that haul video and the try-on video. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that, but very excited about that. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. All buttons are down below, and I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. I was sitting really close up to the camera. Could you like not see my eyebrows half the time? Probably. Sorry, my bad. There was a cat sitting on the back of my chair, so I couldn't lean back. Of course, now he's gone. Now the video's over, so that's great. Perfect timing. Thanks, cat.